I jumped up. I said, I'm looking around, grabbed my gun. I said, who you? Then I thought it was a prank. I thought it was a prank. That's really, Chad, that's really why, you feel me? But bro, I thought it was a prank. I never told y'all this. This is before, listen, this is before we had like security heavy. Like security heavy. After that situation, we never, like security been so heavy. No, chat, this is before we had security. I never told y'all this, gang. Like, dead ass, bro.
I believe it.
You believe it?
Some people saying that it's not true, but like it seems very real to me.
Yeah.
Maybe he forgot that he had a special guest coming, or.
Well, I mean, he was saying before he had the security, so I imagine security came probably like after the New York
Immediately
incident,
after, yeah.
when he got super duper big. So like when you probably in the preliminary stages and you don't realize how big you are yet,
right?
Because same thing with reality TV. People watch these reality TV shows and think they really know. We're friends.
Right.
People watch these live streamers who do these streaming things all day. Oh, that's what you into? He's gonna love me if I come to his house and bring this thing. Yeah, but that's also a great way to get murdered in your favorite celebrity's house.
I bet there's that line, and that there's some sort of line somewhere on Celebrity where it's like something like this happens, and then you hire security.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
It never happens again. Also, what was he doing with the kiddie pool in the basement?
What? What was he doing with the towel?
Yeah. It's so funny to hear him like rock this whole monologue in this dramatic story with his towel. And like, and I didn't know what to do. I almost clapped him.
With my towel on.
With my towel, sir.
I had to cover up first, but I almost clapped that man.
I said, what are you doing here? And I pulled up my sheets, and then I found my gun, and I was like, turn on the stream.
So what is your favorite snack?
My favorite snacks? I love M&Ms. I love Kit Kats.
Okay, so if somebody broke into your spot and like came through with your favorite things.
What do they need to bring?
No, not what they need to bring. How would you reacted?
What do they need to bring?
Because we're not getting an open invitation for these people to do this. But
my stalker needs to show up with some Sour Patch Kids.
My stalker knows that Kenny is 2 seconds away, so they tread safely.
Okay, fair enough. You got like in-house security.
Kenny is my security,
Oh, okay, cool.
Kenny is my security. If you watch the show, you'll see Kenny. You've seen him several times.
Nice.
Yo, man, like my brain trying to self-process who Kenny could have been.
Kenny is my security.
It's her husband. No. It's her attack dog. It's King Corso. Like
it's my security from my husband.
Okay,
there we go. Need that too.
Yeah.
Well, turns out your stalker knows exactly what you want.
He's in the house. The stalker's in the house.
He knows exactly.
Sorry, that one just jumped out. That one jumped out real quick.
You're in your worst behavior.
I'm sorry,
Worst
Kelly.
behavior.
It's 48-hour Friday, man.
Let's go.
What do you expect us to do? All right, so it's time to run it back where we talk about a story from this week that had some updates.
Wow.
Well, defensive coach for the Falcons, Coach Jeff Ulbrich, has publicly apologized for his and his son's Jack's roles in the Shedeur Sanders NFL phone prank.
First of all, I'd like to publicly apologize to Shedeur and the Sanders family for what occurred. Second of all, I want to publicly apologize to Mr. Blank, Terry Fontenot, Raheem Morris, and the entire Falcons organization. My actions of not protecting confidential data were inexcusable. My son's actions were absolutely inexcusable, and for that, we are both deeply sorry. The NFL has taken action, and I fully respect the punishment. We take full responsibility, my son and myself, and we will not peel him the fine in any way. I promise my son and I will work hard to demonstrate we are better than this. Again, I'm deeply sorry for our actions.
All right. There he was. Okay. Well, now the NFL fined the Atlanta Falcons $250,000 as an organization, and Ulbrich was fined $100,000 individually. I mean, do we feel like that covers it?
I feel like his son definitely should probably be on punishment for a very long time. How old is his son again?
Like he was also college age.
Yeah.
He's 21.
Yeah.
Oof. That's I don't know. I mean, that was like really difficult to watch. You know, I felt really, really bad for him. And I mean, at a big moment in your career and life and what you've been working so hard for, I don't know. I think they need to maybe up it a little bit.
Yeah.
Come on, Falcons. I mean, we gotta, You playing games? We trying to win games, and y'all over there playing games.
Facts. Yo, I mean, I don't think the Falcons organization should have been charged $250,000 because the organization didn't do it. Because the only thing they're going to do is pass that on to the fans. Your tickets are going to probably be $3 more for the first 15 games of the season.
Overage tariff.
Yeah, that overage tariff, bro.
The overage tariff on certainly on our tickets. I feel like if I'm dad, I'm like, yo, okay, I'm going to eat this $100,000, but for the next 10 years of your life, you're paying me back on this. Like, there's no way in the world that the son should get off scot-free. I don't know. It's one of those things. I made a lot of really dumb mistakes in college and as a younger person, so I try to give a little grace for that.
Yeah.
But it's just like, this prank was not funny and it sucked.
Yeah, I feel like the dad should have beat the kid at the press conference.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, come up on stage.
Like, he should have been there.
Like old
he really should have been there with his dad, though. Because, you know, I feel like, again, as parents, you know, we always have to, you know, make things right. But, like, no, his ass should have been up there apologizing, too.
Yeah, make him do that walk of shame.
Absolutely.
After that
Walk of shame.
Walk of shame. Or let Shedeur Sanders call Jax and chew him out, or the son, I forget.
Yes.
Like, what does Shedeur say? Like, I'm completely out the loop. What is his position that he's vying for in football? Is he trying to...
I believe he's a wide receiver. I could be
wide
wrong
receiver?
about that, yeah. Oh, he's the quarterback.
Oh, quarterback.
Yeah.
So they should tie the son up to a chair and let Shedeur throw like 10 balls at him.
I think that would be good.
That's pretty brutal.
That would make me happy.
I mean, I don't think it's bad. You know?
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad at all.
Yeah,
Even if they were Nerf balls, but you wet them first.
Oh. Nice little sting on it.
All right.
While we continue to talk about wet Nerf balls, after the break, we're going to get into some Real Housewives of Atlanta stuff with Kelli and a whole lot more. So we'll see you in 2 minutes.
All right.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late-night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 11 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I wonder if you know that I want the best for you. But how long will you fight solo? I wonder if you know that we can get help. Not wondering anymore. Love, your mind.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 10 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
And shut the hell up. You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Hey, welcome back. All right, now it's time to get into Kelli's business a bit. So as the newest peach holder, how has your experience been being on the Real Housewives of Atlanta?
It's been absolutely good. Oh, hold on.
Oh, no, go on, Kelli. We're sorry.
I'm sorry. No, it's been absolutely amazing, honestly, to be on the show. I had a great time filming. I mean, it was definitely quite intense in the beginning. You know, I'm so used to being on television and cooking, not so much reality and sharing my life journeys and problems. But it was actually, I had a really great time. Yeah.
What was something, and this is just for me, but what was something, you talking about going from cooking to like presenting a different part of your life here.
Yes.
What was maybe the most interesting or surprising thing you learned about that?
About filming?
Yeah, about filming a reality show like Real Housewives. Or you're like, oh, I didn't know it would be like this.
Well, I mean, nothing is off limits, you know? Like, it's once you say yes to it, I mean, you know, you go through your real life journeys and you can't pick and choose. You know how when you're doing a cooking show, it's like, oh, I messed up on, the pasta, and we're gonna go ahead and rewind and get it together. No, baby. The cameras are there, and they are in it, and they want to see all the sauce, all the mistakes, all what's happening, and it's just one of those things. But I mean, I had a great time. Of course, you had to get used to the cameras, especially with the girls.
Sure.
So who knows what.
Oh, yeah, your children. Yeah.
They forgot they had those battery packs on, so who knows what was said. But it should be good. It's been a great season.
Well, before getting on the show, who was your favorite housewife, and what was it like after meeting them and being with everyone on the show?
I mean, I love all of those ladies. Getting to meet Cynthia in person was awesome. I mean, who you see her as on the show is who she is in real life. Same thing with Phaedra. Phaedra was great. She is such a boss in her own sense. And Portia, we have our ups and our downs, but she's been a pleasure to work with and to hang out with.
Now, if you could pick somebody like an OG legacy character from Real Housewives franchise, if you could recruit somebody from back in the day, who would you put on?
I think Nene should come back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it would be fun to have Nene back.
Yeah, ultra bossy vibes, you know what I'm saying?
She's something else, honey. But you know what? She's living her best life, though. She looks amazing, she's thriving. She has her new show out. I think, she's always fun. Every time I see her out, she's always, just fun and good energy. So, yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
So when you first met Portia, why did you come so hard at her?
You think I came hard?
I mean, I don't know. That's what the streets are saying.
That's what the streets saying?
That's what the streets saying.
I don't think so. I met Portia, and some conversations had came about, and it was what I was told was when I see her to ask her the question. Unfortunately, I seen her at a party, and I asked the question that we wanted to all know. So. I don't think it was bad.
So to me, that's so interesting. I used to work years and years ago, I used to work in reality television casting. And so I'm familiar with the way that producers kind of move in some of that reality space. Would you mind, because I imagine it's very different for Real Housewives than it is for cooking, would you mind resharing for us what that question was? And maybe if you don't mind, talk a little about, they were like, oh, ask her this question. Because it kind of feels like they were maybe
poking you to do it.
No?
No. Okay. So I asked her a question of why did she take that woman's husband?
Oh. The guy that's still being held by ICE.
Yeah, poor guy. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. It's been it's like a month.
Yeah, isn't that horrible?
Yeah.
I don't wish that on anybody. I think it's so sad.
But I would definitely think, I mean, this is just me. This is just me, and I know a little bit about how that sausage is made. And so
what sausage?
The reality television, the reality TV sausage. Yeah, now that's funny. Yeah.
Leanne Jules.
Yeah. Where it's just sometimes, is that because it's one of those things. It's like I've just been there, and I've been in those control rooms, and I've been the guy who's gone and found the person, and I've been the person who's even said the thing. It's like, oh, Kelli said this about you, or whatever. Yeah. And so it's just I have wondered how not heavy-handed, but the producer's fingerprints on various conversations, how heavy that
There is nothing. Literally, if you watch that episode, we were having a conversation prior to Portia coming over. So when she came over, she said, what are you guys talking about? And I said, well, I was just asking the question of why did you take that woman's husband? And then that's why she was so taken back, because she had just joined the conversation.
Yeah, she had no idea.
But no, you can't, you can't make it up. It is what it is. Has the whole world not seen that she took someone's husband, or?
I think the optics depends on, who you cheerleading for. You know
listen, I love me some Portia. I think she's absolutely amazing. I hate everything that she's going through. She said that she loved him, and that was her husband. So, I just wanted to know why. Why him, but.
Fair enough. Did you get the answer you was looking for? Well, listen. Now, Kelli, you don't just hold peaches.
Hide your husbands, hide your wives.
Yo! So, listen, all that stuff aside, you don't just hold peaches. You're a boss in your own right.
Yes.
You have a restaurant called Nana's Chicken and Waffles.
Yes.
Now, are the waffles your Nana's original recipe, or did you add that Kelli extra herbs and spices to it?
Of course, we added a little touch to my Nana's waffles, but no, my waffles, you know, are my grandmother's recipes. But I basically took that traditional waffle mix and I turned it into some of my favorite childhood dishes.
Ooh.
So when you get my waffles, you'll see like I have a variety of waffles. I have banana pudding and peach cobbler and banana foster, red velvet, lemon. The list goes on.
See,
Strawberry shortcake.
I am a huge waffle person.
Yes.
I'm about to have to go get some of those.
You better come on down and get you some waffles.
I will, I absolutely will. Now, you also competed on the Food Network's Ultimate Thanksgiving Challenge.
Yes.
What's like an easy holiday dish that somebody like me could bring to dinner?
Okay, whose dinner are you going to first?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
Yes.
Let's say I'm going to a party with friends and I kind of want to impress just a little.
Okay. Okay, just a little bit?
Well, like, I don't have the skills to impress a lot.
Okay. I think that maybe you should just do like a pie.
Okay.
I think a pie. I have a really good sweet potato pie recipe in my cookbook.
All right, yeah.
Fairly easy. I mean, you don't have to do much as long as you have a mixer. You know, get all the ingredients, put it in there, pour it into the pie shell, let it bake.
I have a
and
mixer.
You'll be good.
I've used it 3 times in the last year, twice to make cookies. So.
Okay.
Okay, good. So you're using the mixer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's even better.
Yeah.
So you'll do good.
We're working on it.
Now,
yeah.
what if he was trying to impress his black friends?
Yeah,
What meal should he bring to that situation?
That's the important question.
To his black friends?
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about this.
Well, okay, all right. Here we go. This is the good stuff.
Because I want you to get your card.
All right.
Okay?
Oh. I've been on dish and I've been on side dish working for my card.
We can't get your
Arlene
card
keeps telling me, Arlene's like, maybe next week, Tanner. And I'm like, all right, well.
Okay. So I'm going to help you with some fried chicken.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You were setting him up to be executed.
I'm going to tell him step by step.
If I had a white friend who came to my house with chicken.
Why?
Because of the stereotype that precedes it. Now, if it was, if it was jerk
chicken is delicious, and all people of all nations love fried chicken. Yes.
Koreans even make fried chicken.
Kelly, one time
they do, and they're really good at it.
Okay, this is what I'm saying. Tanner can.
But who are they making it for?
It doesn't matter. Tanner can do it if I'm gonna give him the recipe.
Okay.
Tanner, don't let me down.
When I walk into this household and they're like, you brother, and I'm like, Kelli Ferrell gave me the recipe. She said to do it like this.
And then he has this one particular shirt, and if he wore that
I was about
particular
to say,
shirt,
you don't even know about the shirt.
What shirt?
Kelly, we don't have time. I'm gonna do this real quick. It was. I wear a button-down shirt, and sometimes they have like little different things on them. And one time, you know what else everyone of all nations and all creeds love? Watermelon. And so this little shirt had little melons on it, little half watermelons. And we're just going around doing dish and everything's going great. But before we started the show, Gary started ripping at me. He's like, bitch, you got watermelons on your shirt. And I'm like, I didn't even think about it like that. And then Brat comes down and we start filming the episode. Now we're like 15 minutes into taping a full episode of Dish, and Brat like catches the shirt and like double, and then she hits me with the N-word, asks me if I got watermelons on my shirt, and then Gary's like, that's what I said, and then everybody roasted me. I got the video here. I'll show you the
Don't let
commercial
him roast you. So now you're gonna take fried chicken and watermelon.
You were setting him up.
No, I'm not. I'm getting him back in the game.
Yeah, I'm about to make the shade room. Okay. Host of Dish Nation shows up with fried chicken and watermelon. To the potluck.
Yeah. It's gonna be good. Don't worry. Don't worry. I got you.
I'm gonna get that cookbook though. That sounds like fire.
You have to go with a black person to the thing. Like they have to, you can't just show up dolo. Anyway, Jaleel White stopped by the Sherry Shepherd show, and Sherry asked him about a part of his memoir where he talked about his custody battle he was going through while being on Dancing with the Stars. Check it.
Because I was really dancing for my life, and people didn't really know about it.
When I was reading your memoir, you were very honest and transparent about a custody battle you were going through over Samaya while you were on Dancing with the Stars.
I had a process server serve me right before I danced week 2.
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Right before I danced week 2, we had a whole calamity at my dressing room, and I got lower scores week 2.
Yeah.
And then they make you go do those crazy interviews.
Absolutely.
So I'm trying to be an athlete about it. I sit down and I'm like, all right, and they're like, well, tell us how bad you feel, and I'm like, hey, I ain't worried about the dancing. I'm like, I got other stuff I'm dealing with. I think I'm gonna do okay. I'll bounce back. And they like, oh, stop, cut, pull me aside. I'm like, oh, that's not what people want to hear.
Wow.
That's whack. back, man.
You just never know what people are going through.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
Especially somebody like that who people like typecast or put in a particular box, right?
Yes.
The one time that they can shed a layer and be a different type of transparent, y'all be like, well, that's not what our listening audience or viewing audience wants to watch. Like, that could have been a real moment, you know what I mean?
Can you imagine how many people are going through custody battles? I mean, you know, even myself, like when I went through my divorce and, you know, having to make sure that my kids were okay and going through those things, and to feel like maybe someone wasn't supporting you in that time when you really needed them the most, you know, it's so heartbreaking.
Yeah, that's terrible.
I'm glad it all worked out.
Do you realize how hard it is to dance on beat when you're thinking about?
Oh
like,
my God! Can you imagine?
It's like that's probably the worst like version of like being served papers that I've heard of. I remember one time Jason Sudeikis served Olivia Wilde papers like before she gave a speech or something like that.
Wow.
But that's not about to go dance in front of a live studio audience in front of America and try to get scores, you know, and smile and like do all the things that people want you to do. That's brutal.
And I mean, they work so hard on Dancing with the Stars. I remember going to support Phaedra and just seeing all of the hard work and how many hours kind of go into that, and knowing that you have these personal matters like going on, and you still have to go and show up and be present and still do your job. And you know, that, I mean, that's a lot.
Yo,
that's
I got
a lot
friend
for any person.
Who, like, you know, we do music together, right? And his girl's a demon. Well, ex-girl, because they're not together no more.
A demon?
Good for him. Oh, actual demon from the pits of hell. Like, hell opened up for a second, she climbed out of it, got in his life. She used to like to call and argue with him right before we do something. So one day we was like, I flew in town so we could bang out a photo shoot. She called and cursed him out, like, for no reason, minutes before we went to go do the photo shoot. And like, do you realize how hard it is to try to like, smile with your eyes and smile?
And you
like,
just been called all types of names?
Yikes. Yeah, man, like, yeah, I hate that for him. And anybody that's going through it, you can call the Dish Nation hotline and
yeah, we got to get that side dish hotline set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, but listen, we got so much to get to for the rest of the show. We're going to be celebrating birthdays. Everybody's favorite game, Whose Cousin Is This, is on the way. But up next, man, we taking pictures, flick. Hopefully these people didn't get cursed at because it's Photo Shoot Friday.
Nice.
We got that more coming in 2 minutes.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, you know we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 11 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I was a quarterback at RHOA High School. College first round draft pick. During the football season, I would stop eating. But I didn't know I was depressed. We didn't have any education behind what mental health was. I started to learn it starts here first. If this is together, I'll be better as a father and as a husband. We have to redefine what being a strong man is and heal, love your mind.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 10 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Welcome back. It's Friday, so it's time for Photo Shoot Friday. Now let's kick it off with ATL bred supermodel Precious Lee, who's breaking barriers and working with all the iconic fashion houses. And here she is as an Elle Canada cover model for May. What's up, girl?
Looks good.
All right.
Yes,
Working
baby.
it.
You better do it.
Man, smolder.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next up, we've got a couple of White Lotus hotties. Walton Goggins, who played Rick Hatchett in White Lotus. Also, Uncle Baby. Whoa, my gosh.
Whoa.
Also, Uncle Baby Billy on Righteous Gemstones. He's bearing it all in that bright yellow Speedo for Cultured magazine.
Okay.
Kelly, what you like? You like that, the Speedo? Was that?
I'm loving the Speedo.
Are you a banana hammock fan?
Why not?
Why not? Then his White Lotus castmate John Grimes goes bananas and shows off some major mass appeal for GQ magazine.
Wow.
Oh. What are we?
Okay.
Oh, we curling bananas? Okay. All right.
The minions would
do that on your workout today.
No. Well, I do that a couple times a week, but.
Well, last but certainly not least, Demi Moore shows off that star power substance on the cover of People magazine, World's Most Beautiful Issue. She looks
Very nice.
Gorgeous. Something about that blue.
Let me tell you.
She's like aging backwards.
She's, she's
wow.
aging incredibly well.
Yes, she looks good.
All right, so out of everybody, and I feel like everybody brought something special to the game.
Yes.
Who do y'all feel like Slade Day photo shoot this week?
I'm going to number 1, baby. Number 1, she looked amazing.
Yo,
Precious Lee. Yeah, she looked amazing.
Yeah.
She killed it.
Nah, that Thicky Ricardo right there could live rent-free.
Yes.
Thicky Ricardo?
Yes.
Did you call her Thicky?
Thicky Ricardo.
She looks great.
Yeah.
Yes, love it. I love it. And all the fashion too.
Yeah.
I love, like she's a plus size model, but she's like killing it with the fashions,
And I love that, everybody can model because because sometimes I run into people who are like 5'1", and I be you should model.
Like me.
Like I'm too little. They won't let me model because I'm too short. Who made these rules and later for those people? Because there are beautiful people that come in all shapes and sizes, and it all should be celebrated.
Breaking all the barriers,
That's
and I'm
true.
here for it. I'm here for that girl power.
I got to shout it out to Walton Goggins. I don't think the guy's traditionally attractive. His hair is receding as hell. He's in decent shape, but he always does really eclectic. He does really eclectic photo shoots.
He pulls off outfits that only he can pull off.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you see Idris Elba wearing this?
How about you? Would you wear something like that?
Nah. I like to wear clothes that I could fight in if necessary.
Okay,
Right,
okay,
yeah.
And you can't fight in a banana hammock
But you
and
can't do
a- and a leather shirt.
Man, you would be hard. But hold on a second. Professional wrestlers fighting Speedos.
Yo, and that's the thing I hated about when I was wrestling in high school. I hated that singlet. Even though it was fighting gear, it just felt very restrictive with the headgear. I felt like I was supposed to eat lunch early.
I'm fighting in the least sexy lingerie of all time.
Who was your favorite?
I definitely was giving up to the First Lady, who was really killing it. Big shout out to Precious Lee.
Yes.
But I do appreciate Walton Goggins' fashion acumen, because this dude is so eclectic.
Yeah, there we
Super
go.
cool.
Yeah, like the pinstripe jacket with the hat and stuff.
It's the cat for me.
It's the cat.
I didn't even notice the cat.
Yeah,
I was looking at the
either.
hat and the eclectic jacket.
The cat is in a stroller.
Oh.
You see
It
that?
might be photo. We're not even sure what's going on there.
I don't know, but it's fun.
Yeah. All right. Okay, it's time for a flick pick. So if you're looking for something good to watch this weekend, we got you. Marvel's Thunderbolts drops today with its A-list lineup. We're talking about Florence Pugh, Sebastian Stan, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and so much more. Check out the trailer.
There's something wrong.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was this bad.
The Avengers are not coming. Who will keep people safe?
Nice. That's hot.
And wait till you find out why there's an asterisk at the end of the name, Thunderbolts. It's one of the better Marvel movies that's came out in quite some time.
Oh, wait, do they reveal that? Have you already seen it? What's the ask? Don't tell.
I can't. Like, it's huge spoiler. Huge spoiler.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
Don't leave the theater.
Don't leave.
Do not leave the theater till the screen go completely black
So
at
there's
the end.
after they do the credits.
There's a
thing
mid-credit, then some extra stuff. Yeah.
Dang.
Do not
Don't
leave.
leave.
Don't leave.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't
All
leave.
right.
I can't wait to see it again.
Okay.
Also, Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick are back with another Simple Favor. It's the follow-up to 2018's comedic thriller Simple Favor. It dropped yesterday on Prime. Check it out.
I think about her all the time. The faceless blonde I thought I knew. Was she a glamorous PR executive? Or a cold-blooded killer?
Holy sh!
Did you break out of prison?
Will you be my maid of honor?
Welcome to tea time.
Why am I here?
You think I invited you to get revenge for stealing my life and taking my kid away from me? You think I want to make you pay?
I don't know, do you?
Maybe she really did change in prison?
If I do try to murder you, it'll make an amazing sequel.
Wow. That was good.
That seemed intense. Did you see the first one? Anybody see the first one?
No, but that looked really good.
It's also one of those things, Blake Lively hasn't been getting too good press lately. And then, what was it, like a couple weeks ago?
South by Southwest, they did a screening for that, and like things were weird. But
Yeah.
it was talking to the people like, how was it working with Blake? And like,
And it was like, and just like kept going. Yeah.
Well, she looked amazing.
She looked good.
Yeah.
She looked
The
good. There's no
fashions
doubt
are
about
great.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I definitely want to check it out, though.
Yeah, and the fact that you don't have to leave your house to do it, that's cool too.
Hello.
What's up, Prime?
I'll try it.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Amazon Prime is the Uber Eats of food.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
All right. We're going to take another quick break. But when we come back, we got celebrity birthdays and so much more. We'll see you in 2 minutes.
I'm Isaiah Carey, here to shake things up with the stories that hit hard and matter most. Here on The Factor, we cover news with grit and authenticity. We challenge the status quo and get down to real talk and bold discussions. Join us as we amplify the voices that disrupt, inspire, and lead the charge for change. Your story is power, and we're here to unleash it.
The Isaiah Factor Uncensored. New episodes weeknights at 10 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Hey, it's your girl, Carolina Sanchez, and The Nightcap is the late night show where no topic is off limits. Join me as we dive into the wild world of relationships, sex, and everything in between. From hilarious dating disasters to steamy secrets, we've got it all. We've got celebrity guests, expert advice, and a cocktail in hand. The Nightcap is your guilty pleasure. So grab your drink and tune in because the best stories start after dark.
The Nightcap. New episodes weeknights at 11 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off.
We are given the platform here with no fear.
Always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
Shut the hell up.
You interrupt me all the time.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Hey, besties.
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time.
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
I get the spiritual moments.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
Hey, welcome back. Now, if you celebrate a birthday today, man, listen, you fly down 85 South and you can come party with our guy, DC Young Fly, who turned 33 today.
Oh, nice. Also, do you smell what The Rock is cooking? Some of you may be too young to remember this man in his heyday, not me. WWE star and actor Dwayne The Rock Johnson turns 53.
The queen of Versace herself, Italian fashion designer Donatella Versace, hits the big 7-0.
All right, and 9-time NBA All-Star and Philadelphia 76ers dude Paul George is 35.
And English soccer royalty David Beckham celebrated a milestone. He is 50 years old today. Cheers, mate.
Can he kick it? Yes, he can.
Yes, he can.
Who gets that cake, y'all?
Ooh.
This is a very
excellent,
stacked one.
Excellent. Yes. I'm gonna full confession here. I thought the Versace and Versace died a long time ago.
Yeah, that was like the dude Versace.
Yeah.
That was the brother.
Yeah.
That wasn't Donatella.
Donatella. She's wait. What? Which one?
Oh,
which
so I
one
thought the guy
is
that
the one.
Yeah, who be
Well,
designing the
Versace
stuff?
is the one, but well, he used to. The brother was the one, but I mean, she's taken over. I mean, she's done a great job.
Okay.
Yeah.
I started watching that show and then I stopped.
Oh yeah.
Because I knew what happened at the end.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. The Rock looks good though.
For 53, I got to give it up to The Rock, man.
He looks great.
It's so interesting, like, if you watched wrestling in the 90s and you're just like, oh, well, clearly this guy's an ultra entertaining wrestler, but then to, like, create the film empire that he has. If you know his story, at one point he was absolutely flat broke with only $7 in his pocket to become
$7 entertainment.
$7 entertainment. And so it's like, I don't know, super inspiring story. Plus the other quick thing about The Rock is like he does so many junkets, and I know people who do a lot of those like movie junkets, and he knows them by name and he calls them out and he congratulates them on things. It's like, you always do such a great interview. So it's like, oh, you're a very nice person as well.
Awesome.
No, I love that. For me, I gotta run it up for DC Young Fly. I mean, that's a young guy who I saw get it out the mud, like doing like the little short video clips online, and blossom that into like such an amazing career that like has comedy, acting, the wildly popular 85 South show Wildin' Out. Like he's really that dude and an ultimate dad too.
He is
like,
a great dad. I mean, talking about just stepping up to the plate and just being present. And shout out to him. Happy birthday. He's come to my restaurant a few times. So
word.
Yeah.
Man, so when you think about like, amazing birthdays that you've had historically, like what's a birthday party that you had that was like, oh, that was wild, or maybe even one you went to?
Ooh, honestly, I just had my last birthday in Jamaica. It was absolutely amazing. I turned the big 40.
Okay.
Nice.
Yes. I just had a great time, like just peace, serenity, water, Jamaican men.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
A lot of rum punch.
A lot of rum punch.
That makes most of the trip sometimes
and
not memorable.
And friends. Being surrounded by friends and family, I think always makes the best birthday.
Indeed.
Family is awesome. Family is everything. Yeah.
Well, shout out to anybody who might be celebrating a birthday in the chat. Appreciate y'all commenting and keeping everything rocking. But we got to run a break. But when we come back, can you help us solve some crimes?
Whew. All right, let me see what I can do.
And also, what's your level of comfortability with racial profiling?
Well, let's just see. I think I can handle it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let's see.
Well, we're going to be back in 2 minutes with everybody's favorite game. Whose cousin is it?
Wow.
Well, on Fox Face Off, we tell the raw, unadulterated truth.
Fox Soul Face Off
We are given the platform here with no fear.
always comes out swinging.
We should be saying, hey, stop shooting and killing people.
Nothing held back.
They wanted black hip-hop moguls and artists to continue the feud.
No punches pulled.
Shut the hell up.
You
and
interrupt
let
me all the
speak to my
time.
people.
Tune into the show where opinions collide. Fox Soul Face Off. New episodes weeknights at 9 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
As we work to get through these times together, you may not be thinking about blood donation, but blood is needed to save the lives of people who are sick with a range of illnesses. It's easy and safe to give. If you are in good health, please donate. We need heroes now. Visit redcrossblood.org to schedule an appointment.
Hey, besties.
What is a bestie?
I like you.
She's fun.
It's about to be a good time.
She's always looking out for you.
Since you're my bestie, I will handle it for you.
She makes you think.
Here to uplift and empower.
She's always encouraging.
You are that girl.
Chelsea Edwards, your bestie in daytime.
Like it's a spiritual moment.
Chatting with Chelsea. New episodes weekdays at 5:30 or stream anytime on Fox Soul.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfies. Nailed it. We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's put a ride home.
Welcome back. All right, it's time for everybody's favorite game.
Whose cousin is it?
Okay, all right, here we go. Pay attention to the hints. All right.
All right.
Gray on gray crime is a growing epidemic, y'all. The gray on grays, yep. Evidently, an 88-year-old woman was arrested in, you guessed it, Clearwater, Florida. For me, that's the F word. And anytime I hear the F word, I think it's my cousin.
Yo, when you said gray on gray, I thought you meant aliens. And now I'm caught up. Now I'm caught up where you at.
Okay,
I
now
was
we're
thinking gray sweatpants. But
Yeah. Gray sweatpants on gray sweatpants? All right. Okay, Kelly. Okay. So, arrested in Clearwater, Florida for going all fast and furious senior drift by plowing her SUV into a 77-year-old lady on a motor scooter. Afterwards, she hit the skirt and she bounced from the scene.
Not a hit and run, hottie. Or hattie, is it? So this all went down in the Sam's Club parking lot where most crimes happen sometimes in the South. And according to cops, the flee the scene Fanny hit the woman with a big old Buick, and the poor lady was thrown from the scooter like a rag doll.
Wow. Okay. And the worst part, the crash motor scoot criminal didn't even bother. Didn't even bother to stop and check on the lady. 4 hours later, the octogenarian was thrown in the slammer for skedaddling away from the scene. All right, whose cousin is this? Couple that she drive. What? You all right?
I think I already cracked the code.
You feel like you know who it is?
I think once we said Clearwater, I think we were pretty clear on who.
Pretty transparent.
Pretty transparent of what's happening. But I don't know. I could be wrong.
The Florida, Clearwater specifically.
Florida.
Yeah. Florida.
The Sam's Club was the additional icing on the cake that was needed to point it in that direction.
Yeah. I'm going to go with, it was probably.
You gonna say it? You can say it.
I can say it.
Yeah, you
can verbalize it.
Goddamn cousin.
Oh, dang! Might have been my gam, my Grammy, my nana.
It might have been grandma's cousin on a second side, but it was definitely her.
I'm trying to think if there's anything at all where I'm like, this maybe not be our cousin.
Nah, like.
But we do love, our old ladies love Buicks.
You absolutely love Buicks.
Yeah.
Only black person I ever saw in a Buick was Shaq.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know any people with a Buick?
No, I don't.
Yeah.
No,
my grandmother drove a Buick.
And normally they, you retire in Clearwater, Florida.
Yeah, Florida's like where white people go to die. Yep. Yeah. that's
Yo,
is that what happened?
That's what we do.
But like, to think about the personal connection that this person had to have possibly to the person that she hit. Because do you think this started from a beef in the store? Like maybe she grabbed the last toaster strudel?
I was like, is this a rivalry from the bingo hall?
Right.
Where is this coming from?
It sounds like she might have got the last sample.
That's fightable.
That's what it sounds. Yeah.
Because people
I mean, imagine. You know how long it takes for the samples to, to keep going. So they ran out. She took the last one. She was like, "I'm gonna get your ass when I get in the parking lot."
Are you big on the samples at the Sam's and the Costco?
Absolutely. That's what I go for.
Like sometimes I'll go and if it's not ready, I'll half hover.
Swing around.
Like I'll do like a U shape and then come back around.
It's usually in the frozen section.
Yeah. So you've been driving laps around this aisle for 10 minutes.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for that little Jamaican beef patty sample you have. And I'm gonna act like I don't know what Jamaican beef patty tastes. So this is like spicy Jamaican beef inside of a patch, like I ain't had a whole one earlier with cocoa bread.
And you're like, where can I find these in the store? What aisle should I go down? No, and good and damn well they were still in your cart already.
What is this spindrift you speak of? I got a case at home.
All right. Well, we got three. We got three W's here.
3 W's. WWW. Yep.
Like the World Wide Web.
All right, man. 1, 2, 3. Move that van.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sure did. Carolyn Segrist.
Let's go, Carolyn Segrist.
That's my grandma right there.
She'll do it again. She has her lipstick on and her hair done in the photo.
On.
She's playing no game. She meant everything that she did, and she will definitely do it again.
That woman smokes Virginia Slims.
Absolutely.
She is a regular at the bowling alley.
And probably refers to Morgan Freeman as that fine-colored actor.
Was that Sophia from Golden Girls, or who was that?
Definitely was given.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, she definitely looked like
a little Betty White vibe.
You think she got her hair done that day, then went to Sam's?
Absolutely.
My thing is like, I don't know why.
Look at her hair. Her hair is flawless.
All old white women get the same hairdo.
Do you see the lipstick though?
The lipstick's given. I'm just glad the hair's not blue, because sometimes, have you ever seen where old white people's hair turns blue?
Oh yeah.
They use a certain perm chemical.
I didn't know.
From that shampoo.
And it starts to get a little blue tint. Yes, the gray shampoo.
The gray shampoo, but it has a bluish tint to it. She's not using that gray shampoo yet.
No, she's not.
Not that Selsun blue?
No, she's not using that at all.
She went to the salon and said, let me get that Lady Bird Johnson.
She looks good. She got some Revlon lipstick on, baby. She is ready, honey.
Well, yo, Kelli, it has been such a vibe having you here.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Because I'm so greedy, can you tell everybody where to get your waffle mix?
Yes, make sure you guys go to my website, Cooking with Kelli, cookingwithak.com. You can go to Nana's Chicken and Waffles, or you can find me on Who is Kelli.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
And there's a cookbook too.
Yeah, cookbook. You can go to the website, get all of that. The cookbook, the mimosa mix, the Cajun grits, the 24-karat gold maple syrup.
Ooh.
What else am I missing? Waffle mix, cookbooks, all that good stuff. You can go get all the goodies.
Yeah.
Yes. And make sure you guys are tuning in, because we're number 2 right now on Peacock. Make sure you guys are tuning in to Bravo every Sunday, 8 p.m. The next day, you can find us on Peacock.
Love it.
Yeah, thank you.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for pulling up.
Thank you for having me.
Guys, it's been so great to hang out with you. We love getting in the comments. Be sure to write down in the comments, write what you like, share the show, tell a friend, tell an enemy, send them the link, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a great weekend.
Yeah, enjoy yourself. See you at Thunderbolts. Peace and love.
Bye.
Hey y'all, welcome to Scrolling with Jen and V. We are your hosts. That is
Jen.
And I'm your girl, V. And we are here tonight to entertain you, make you smile, escape from the dark world, and come into our light. Right, Jen?
Yeah, we try to give you a little comical, release, because there's so much negativity in the world.
That's
so
right.
we want to make sure that you're enjoying yourself at the end of the night. And we're going to bring that. We're going to always bring that for you all.
You already know. Cheers to that.
Scroll Club.
Yes.
Come on, scroll y'all members out there.
So we hope y'all got y'all babies ready, because we're ready to run down these funny, crazy, wild stories, all right? So you ready for the first segment for tonight, Jen?
Of course I am.
You ready?
I stay ready.
What we